Hello, I am Anjali Singh of class 10th A. Having sessions with Gyan team was a great feeling. The session will more interesting if we are in school, but I enjoy all the sessions and learn something new and interesting. They teach us few parts of Vedic maths. They know our interest and our hobbies too. They teach us like a friend. Thank you very much, Rishika and Kamal, for putting such a great effort in this situation. And a special thank you to your in charge. I hope we will meet soon and I wish we share our knowledge too. Thank you once again.
Hello guys, today we have Rishika Agarwal from DPS Gurgaon who has an idea to teach underprivileged children, who has an idea to help our nation. So Rishika, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm also fine. So today I have told you to be with me. So I just need to ask you some question related to the project, your dream project. So first of all, what is the name of your project? Your
The name of my project is Gyan.
yeah. So like, what is it about?
All right. So Gyan project is about providing excellence in education. So what we'll
Yeah,
do is provide the underprivileged with career counseling because we believe that the whole purpose of education is getting a direction in life.
yeah,
And so if those children do not know where to go after they've completed their education or when they're receiving their education, there's no point to it. Education
exactly.
means it's a key where you can unfold all your dreams, you can make all your dreams a reality. So we
Yeah.
want to help them, we want to show them how you can do that.
Yeah, that's nice. So are you doing it alone or you have a team of like 4 or 5 people?
I do have a team. So
Yeah,
like me, I have three others who are from grade 11th and my school itself.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's nice. Now, so how do you feel about this project?
I feel very excited and very energetic right now because I can't wait to implement it. That's after the COVID gets over.
Yeah,
So yeah, because
you
it's
just
a
want to
new
fast
idea.
forward this pandemic.
Yeah, it's a new idea. I haven't heard anyone else doing it. So you
Yeah,
can't wait to implement to try out something new which you have in your bag.
yeah. So when did you get the idea to start your venture? Like something popped up, you watched someone, you saw someone, and what?
Okay, so it was at the start of the pandemic, at the start of the lockdown, in fact. So we were
Yeah,
being 11th grader. We always regularly have sessions with career counselors.
yeah.
Telling us that
Should take
where we
this.
can go, what are your exactly. So we were
Yeah,
wondering, what about those children who do not have the resources or the correct people around them who can guide them of what they
yeah,
can do after they graduate high school. Like if, for example, someone wants to be a police officer, what does he or she need to do to become a police officer? So
yeah.
we want to be there in that part. We want to help them. We just want their education to be useful, to be fruitful in the end.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah. So anybody in the family who has done community projects to help someone in the underprivileged and stuff.
yeah. Actually, both my mom and dad, they continuously work for the community. Like my dad
Yeah.
is a fervent community service guy. He'll always
Yeah.
look around for everyone, and not just underprivileged. It can be normal,
Yeah.
basic community problems. Even you have so many day-to-day life problems. He'll always be there. I'll
Yeah.
give you an instance. Like we were going somewhere in an auto and my dad saw water logging on the streets and all the
Yeah.
bumps in the road, the uh, unpleasant bumps you get when you're driving a car or something like that. So he
Yeah.
called up somehow contacted the municipality and asked them to repair those roads, come there and
Yeah.
work for it. And in 2 days it happened. So he's an active citizen. That's what I'd like to say.
He basically wants his surrounding to be nice and the people in his surroundings to be happy.
Yeah.
And
And
yeah,
yeah, even my mother, she goes with her friends to small places to give food to those children who do not
yeah,
get, even
like who are
a
hungry.
meal once a day, who are hungry. Exactly. So these
So what?
small services they do. No, no problem. Next one.
Yeah. So what inspired you to start teaching the underprivileged children?
Actually, I personally love teaching. So, a few years back, I saw children of my age teaching smaller children. So, I got excited that, oh, they get to teach children.
Yeah. So what kind of planning are you doing to expand this
Okay.
project?
So first of all, being so our major broad idea is to give career counseling, right? So we were thinking of ways to teach them, like how do we teach them the activities? So small planning, small tweaks to this major broad idea we've been doing for months now, and we've
Yeah.
also contacted schools, a few schools, to just see. We need to also check whether the school is near our area, so that being 11th graders, we're still minors, we can't go to far off places, and we're
Yeah.
doing planning in such a way that we won't require any funding, just help from our
Yeah.
own uh, age group kids.
Yeah. So that's nice. That's nice planning. So how will you find your students for your dream project?
So we've thought about this a lot, and we decided that we want to make it a statewide project, and for that we list all the government schools in around the area
Reality.
and locality, exactly, and we somehow
Yeah.
find ways to contact them, email them, call them, and that's what we will start doing right now, because that's the only thing we can do right now since it's the pandemic. And that's how we find our students, basically through schools. Government schools is our objective.
Yeah. So how did COVID affect the implementation of your project?
Okay, so since, as I told you, I am very passionate about teaching children, so we had planned to real time be there, and we will be the ones teaching them. So since they're
Yeah.
underprivileged, they might not have devices to have online classes with them,
Classes
online
and
sessions
stuff.
with them. Yeah. And so before that, we'll have to visit the schools as well to check out how everything is, whether everyone agrees to it. We can't possibly contact all the teachers, all the directors, all the authority of the school at the same time. We can't make contact
Yeah.
to them. So we'll need to physically be there. So that area is lacking, and we just hope for this pandemic to get over and we can quickly start working on it.
So, what help will you be requiring to expand your GYAN project when you go for your higher studies, like masters, college, and stuff?
Yeah. So, like as I told you, I would want students of our age group to come, or our age group, and they could be juniors, seniors,
Yeah,
basically
to volunteer.
students. Yeah, to
Yeah,
volunteer. So we can be assured that even when we graduate high school, we'll have a team already working for the project. And when it comes to expanding it, I think all we need is contacts, and the schools being ready to have us with them. That's all we
yeah,
need to expand, really. Just schools and as many contacts and as many volunteers as we can get.
yeah. So, what was your family's reaction when you went to them with this idea to start teaching underprivileged children?
They were actually very happy and very proud, because not
Yeah,
only I was doing community service, I was rendering a community service, but also because I come from a lineage of teachers, like my great grandmother, then my grandmother, my grandfather, and my mother. All of them are teachers. So basically
yeah.
it
So they
was
were happy the
teaching.
genes are being passed on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. So teaching and doing a good deed to the society. That's what made them, the
Yeah,
most happy.
that's actually nice. So, have you done any community projects before?
Yes, I have. Like some of them were unofficial, some of them are official. Like unofficially speaking, giving out rations to the underprivileged, or
Yeah,
as I told you, teaching. I've been teaching for years now, unofficially,
you're a veteran in
informally.
teaching
Give,
right now.
yeah.
Yeah,
So like giving them books, helping them, telling them to call us up or come meet us whenever they have a doubt, and
yeah,
small little things here and there. And plus, during this pandemic, I got connected with an NGO. I helped them recruit more
yeah,
volunteers. And before the pandemic last year, I this was an official project. I went through Muskan project to teach children
yeah,
in villages like Jharsa or Kanhai. Yeah.
yeah. So, what do you think is going to be the future of the children you have been teaching or you will teach?
Well, we can only hope that our motive gets, through them. Like, as I told you, we just want to give them direction in their education. We do hope that this guidance will be providing them, helps them when they come at crossroads, when you're in 12th grade and you need to choose where you want to go. So
Yeah,
we help them that they have a clear path because of us, when they reach there. And just basically that's it. That's all we can do. Hope right now. We can't be sure,
yeah.
but that's what we aim on doing, plan on doing. Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
thanks for watching this, guys. So today we had Rishika Agarwal with us, who teaches underprivileged children, and thank you, Rishika, for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
I'm Raj from class 10th B. I want to tell you what I learned from this session. This is very beneficial for me. We did 3 sessions. In the first session, I learned how to do public speaking. In the second session, I learned Vedic maths and ancient history of India. This let us know more about the Vedic maths trick and history of India. And the final session, I learned using of internet, personality development, and pursuing our dream. I want more such session to happen again. Thank you.